しつこいな。うるせえよ。テレビが壊れた？
あんた白崎と付き合って
お前もしかして昨日のことを。
積んであげてるってのに。
あれはコスプレの。
この変態出てってよ
って俺んちなんだが。
What's up everyone, it's Dalt, and I'm hosting today's video. We're gonna see some anime where the main character is lonely, but ends up with a girl. So let's get into it without wasting any more time. Starting off with number 10, 3D Kanojo. For Hiraki Susui, life within the two-dimensional realm is much simpler. Socially inept and awkward, he immerses himself in video games and anime, only to be relentlessly ridiculed and ostracized by his classmates. Sharing his misery is Yuto Ito, his only friend, who wears cat ears and is equally obsessed with the world of games. After being forced to clean the pool as punishment for arriving late, Tsutsui meets Iroha Igarashi, but he attempts to steer clear of her as her notoriety precedes her. Brazenly blunt, loathed by female classmates, and infamous for messing around with boys, Tsutsui believes that getting involved with her would cause nothing but problems. Number 9. If her flag breaks, high school student Sota Hatate can see these flags above people's heads, as he has the ability to bring them down to stop certain events from happening. Using this power, he has prevented other people's deaths, but after a past accident with him as a sole survivor, he ended up believing that only misfortune will befall those who are near him, as he's refrained from making friends or having relationships ever since. However, everything starts to change after transferring to a new school. After toppling another death flag, his classmate Nanami Knight Bladefield notices his powers and tries to learn more about him, promising that she will remain at his side no matter what may happen. Thus begins Sota's journey as he meets new friends and acquaintances while uncovering the mysteries of his ability, which might run deeper than anyone else expects. Number 8. Bunny Girl Senpai. The rare and inexplicable puberty syndrome is thought of as a myth. It is a rare disease which only affects teenagers, and its symptoms are so supernatural that hardly anyone recognizes it as a legitimate occurrence. However, high school student Sakuta Sakawa knows from personal experience that it is very much real, and happens to be quite prevalent in his school. Mai Sakurajima is a third-year high school student who gained fame in her youth as a child actress, but recently halted her promising career for reasons unknown to the public. With an air of unapproachability, she is well known throughout the school, but none dare interact with her. That is until Sakuta sees her wandering the library in a bunny girl costume. Despite the getup, no one seems to notice her, and after confronting her, he realizes that she is another victim of puberty syndrome. Number 7. Daito Shoukun no Hitsujikai. Kyotoru Kakai is a shy student at a prestigious academy known for its massive library. The sole member of the school's library club, Kyotoru's always been better with books than girls, until a text message from the mysterious shepherd hints that his fate will soon be changing. Life gets wild in a hurry after a vision allows Kyotoru to rescue Sugumi, a beautiful girl who has also received a text message from the shepherd. Soon, Sugumi announces her intentions to join the literary club, and with Kyotoru's help, makes school life much more interesting. It doesn't take long for a host of other pretty girls to follow Sugumi's lead, and join the club in the hopes of spicing up their boring academy lives. But just who is this shepherd? What does he or she have to do with the library's club's sudden popularity? And how in the world will Kyotoru survive being surrounded by all these girls? Number 6. White Album 2. Third-year student and guitarist Haruki Kitahara wants nothing more than his light music club to play at his upcoming final school festival. But soon, the other members quit, and Haruki resigned himself to playing one last solo jam session in the now empty practice room. As he strums the chords of his favorite song, White Album, Setsuna, the school idol with an amazing voice, and Toma, an extraordinarily talented pianist, suddenly join the performance from an adjacent classroom and atop the roof, and Haruki becomes determined to keep the club going. Though one of the girls would rather avoid the spotlight and the other is a loner, Haruki's passion wins them over and they agree to join. Now with the performance date fast approaching, the trio spends all their time together practicing, learning the joys of friendship and the heartache that comes from falling in love with the same person. Number 5. Mayo Cheeky. This anime has been dubbed, premiered on July 2011 with 11 episodes. Its genres are harem, school, comedy, romance, and ecchi. Due to his mother and sister, who both love professional wrestling, Kinjiro Sakamachi developed a resilient body that could take hard punches, aggressive kicks, and even deadly vehicle bumps in order to survive their various grappling positions and locks. However, he has also developed genophobia and an abnormal fear of women. With just one touch from a girl, his nose bleeds uncontrollably, he sweats excessively, and in rare cases, faints abruptly. His life changes for the worse because of a fated meeting in the restroom. While trying to escape from a girl, he discovers that the most popular student in their school, Subaru Kanoe, the butler of a headmaster's daughter, Kanade Tsutsuki, is actually female. Surprised, Subaru violently assaults Kinjiro, dealing significant damage and knocking him unconscious. When he comes to, he meets Kanade. In exchange for his silence, she promises to help cure his phobia. Number 4. Is this a zombie? Ayumu was murdered by a serial killer. At least, he was. For after the mysterious Illusiwood Hellscythe revives him, he changes from a human to a zombie, much to his dismay. Now, in addition to being unable to die, the boy must cede to the whims of his supernatural silent companion. But things continue to get worse from there. As once, Ayumu accidentally steals a magical girl named Haruna's powers. He is tasked with the embarrassing, obnoxious task of being a magical girl, boy, in her stead. Then, with the addition of a hostile vampire ninja to his household, can Ayumu manage to maintain his new home life, fight against attacking monsters, and track down the person who killed him, all while attempting to keep the little dignity he has left intact? Number 3. Rakudaikishi No Calvary. Iki Kurogane may have come from a long line of blazers, people with the ability to create weapons or devices manifested from their souls, but as far as the Hagun Academy is concerned, he's been a major disappointment in the magical powers department. He is so disappointing, in fact, that he's earned the unfortunate nickname of the Worst One. However, things change for Iki in the most surprising way when Princess Stella Vermilion, the most promising rank A blazer to come along in many years, decides to transfer to Hagen. When she challenges him to a duel where the loser may obey the winner for the rest of their life, the last thing anyone expects is the Worst One might prove to be a match for the Crimson Princess, and the unforeseen consequences will push the boundaries of society itself. Number 2. The Pet Girl of Sakuraso. Sorata Kanda has a real problem. He can't just say no to the cute face of a kitten. However, his lovely strays have finally landed him in trouble, as his dorm doesn't allow keeping pets. Given an ultimatum to get rid of the cats or move out, Sorata makes the mistake of standing up for himself and finds himself exiled to Sakuraso, the home of misfits the school doesn't know what to do with. Yet, the more time he spends there, Sorata sees they all have their own incredible talents. None, however, enthralls him more than the latest arrival, Mashiro Shina, a world-class artist who is seemingly incapable of feeding or clothing herself. Since none of the other residents have a shred of responsibility, the onus of Mashiro Diri falls to Sorata. What will become of Sorata and his latest stray, and will he ever achieve his goal of escaping Sakuraso? And finally, number 1. The world God only knows. Dating sim master Kaima Kutsuragi wants nothing more than to immerse himself in the 2D world, chasing digital girlfriends. But when the so-called capturing god answers a mysterious email from an unknown sender, Kaima finds himself chasing down real-life ladies in an attempt to help the peppy demon Alcidu Lute Irma capture lost souls escaping from the depths of hell. Kaima discovers that the only way to capture these spirits is to conquer what he hates the most, the unpredictable hearts of three-dimensional girls. Shackled to LC via a deadly collar, Kaima now has his title of God of the Conquest, put to the ultimate test as he is forced to navigate through the hearts of a multitude of real-life girls. And that concludes our video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Bye bye now.